This is Beer 30 Sports O'Clock. This is Beer
I'm still
30
keeping that part
Sports
in. I'm keeping
O'Clock.
this in bloopers, by the way.
But to speak about the March that is the madness and women's side of madness, because I know y'all know how much I love college basketball and I love women's college basketball. Juju is my baby, and there shall be no ill will or ill speaking of her in front of me. But I have a special guest, a now friend of the show, former sports and news anchor for Wichita Falls, right? Correct me
I've
if I'm
done
wrong.
it. So I was the former morning and new news anchor, but I've also done sports as well for the Dallas Weekly when I was doing an internship. I've done it for UNT.
See,
I've
you
done
didn't
it for
bring up all.
LSU.
See, I asked you all these things. You didn't bring up that. You just said the
Listen.
Wichita thing. And first off, Jacelyn is. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for bringing your LSU pitiful colors. Listen.
Don't. I can already smell the hateness, and I think it's
Yeah,
because you're an
it's
OU
heavy. It's
fan.
heavy. It's heavy. SEC, LSU. I just can't stand y'all. In football, basketball, I love y'all. I love y'all. But football, y'all just do too much.
Well, it comes from when you're coming from a school that doesn't do enough. I can understand that. So, yeah.
Yo, that was a crazy shot. So anyway, March Madness is here.
Yes.
Now that that's out of now that the college banter is out of the way, the brackets are set. Do you feel as if the brackets were justified? Because I've seen a lot of coaches complain, and to me, I feel like the complaints are falling on deaf ears, especially on me, because some of the coaches that were complaining, I hear you, but it wasn't that crazy.
But do you really think UCLA deserved number one?
Honestly, no. No.
Okay. I agree with you on that one.
No, I don't think that they deserve number one wholeheartedly. Let me pull up the brackets, because to me, I feel like a lot of people are upset with this bracket, and I don't know. I always thought of there's multiple number ones, right? Am I right? So my thing is looking at the brackets. You have this is men's. Why did it pull? I asked for women's. Why did it pull up men's?
Okay. Well, UCLA have they're in
Overall
region.
number one is UCLA.
Overall number one, which they get a bye.
Okay, so that's why the overall number one is so important. Okay, see, I was like, I don't really get what they crying about. Like, who cares who's number one, who's number two?
Right.
Okay, so they get a bye week,
They
basically.
get a bye week. Yes.
Okay.
So they would play the winner of UC San Diego and Southern University.
Okay, so they have a right to gripe a little bit. I see that now.
Yeah. Whereas South Carolina is playing Tennessee Tech this week.
Why is it not pulling up? Oh my God, I'm sorry. CBS,
No,
I hate
you're fine.
CBS. I hate CBS sometimes because I try to get their whole brackets up. I try to do all this stuff, and they just do not work with me. That's why
They're
I went
like,
to Capital One.
it's Ziggy again. That's what it's saying.
I thought we were past this. Thought we were past this. See, it's doing it again.
It's the
Anyway, I digress. I know which teams that I wanted to talk about, but anyway.
What teams did you want to talk about?
First of all, let's talk about LSU.
All right, let's talk about them. Woo. All right.
Injuries.
I'm about to have a little company.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. It's my
Okay.
little baby JC. She's an LSU fan too, so she's a tiger. But yeah, LSU right now we are struggling defensively. We have our freshman that's came in. We have 2 injuries: Anissa Mora and Flau'jae Johnson. One of the things that I kind of hope that they will play first round. We played the winner. We played San Diego State at home. I'm not too really worried about that. I think that if they were to rest, that would be fine. It's not really a crucial game to really play. But then again, you don't want to underestimate the underdogs. And I learned that last year watching the March Madness women. I just feel Kim Mulkey needs to change a little bit of her coaching style with who she has right now. I think we need to focus more on defense. Sometimes we look tired. We look defeated. By, I want to say, second half, we should not be coming back from halftime looking like we just went out and ran a 5K. So I think one of those things that we need to work on is just getting our defense. Like, that's important. Defense wins games. And I think a lot of people underestimate that saying, but it's definitely true.
No, defense wins championships for sure. So I feel like, okay, Mulkey probably won't change her style of coaching, just to be honest, because it's what got her the great that she is. But do you feel like that's more so? Well, one, do you feel like that's kind of? I mean, it sounds like you're saying that's a mistake. Like, she should definitely change it up because of some fact. It's like, listen, it's almost like saying you don't believe in the talent on the bench. Is kind of where I'm.
No, it's not. It's not that we have talent. Oh, we have talent. Do I feel like we have as much talent as we did in our first run to the national championship? No. But we're having people, when you have your top key players out, you have to depend on that bench. That bench has to come off playing their best foot forward as if they are a starter. For sure. So that's just one. I think Kim Mulkey is just really wanting her girls to really want it. That's really what it comes down to. Like, you have to, Kim can't want it for you. Kim can do she can do my, bend downs, my yelling, my fussing. But at the end of the day, they have to want it for themselves.
Bend downs, yeah. She be going
my
crazy.
Bend downs. I love when she bend down, I be like, oh, she in her face.
Yeah, she about to get lit.
Yeah.
So the other team I want to talk about is UConn. Listen, UConn, probably the greatest coach in the game right now.
Of course,
he had some things to say about how many Big East teams are in there, but listen, I mean, women's college Big East ain't really all that. I used to be a big East fan for men's, but for women's, it ain't never really been there. It's always been UConn. I don't even understand what the complaint was about. I think he was just complaining because he saw Dawn complain. So he's like, fuck it, I got to complain too. So do you think they're going to make – because I got a lot of people, myself included, having them in the Final Four. I feel like they have pretty much – they only have USC.
We're gonna see that USC match. Hopefully, we can see that USC rematch.
Yeah.
Hopefully, but the way these brackets is laid out, I don't know. Like
I don't see. So which side? All right. So then let me ask you, which bracket side do you think is the toughest bracket side? Because to me, I feel like that's one of the toughest brackets. And then the bracket that I'm
going to say
TCU, is it TCU? Yeah, TCU's in.
TCU's in
with Texas.
Yeah, so
with
Texas, Birmingham,
with Louisville,
Texas.
With Michigan, with Iowa State.
Notre Dame.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I feel like that whole bracket, that side of the bracket is crazy. Because Iowa State is not to be slept on. Yeah, they came on late. I think a lot of people are kind of disrespecting them.
You feel like they're an underdog?
Big time underdog. Old girl in the middle is a problem. I forget her name. I like her too. That's my dog. No ill will be spoke of her either. Cause she be down in the block. She be bam. Ain't nobody coming in. Yeah, she be throwing balls. She play like an aggressive center should play, and she throws her weight around. And I don't mean that as a joke or as no weight this and that like that. No, she really be throwing that weight around.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Right, but some women, the Angel Reese, they try to get cute with the elbow shots.
All right.
No LSU shade. No LSU shade.
I feel like you were shading. What we're not going to do is talk about our unrivaled defensive player. That's what we're not going to do.
Listen, she may be unrivaled defensive player of the year when she played, but she be getting a little dainty on me, and I be like, bro.
No, she just won that.
I know, but I'm saying like I need her to get a little more physical on the post.
Hey, her working with Lisa Leslie is gonna make everything all right.
I totally agree. I was so happy
I'm
to
not
see
even
that
worried
play.
about her. I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
worried
no,
about her at all.
no.
I don't
Okay, I give
care.
you that.
I don't care how many McDonald's meals she sell. My girl is gonna handle and take care of what needs to be taken care of.
We don't care about the off the court stuff, okay? We don't talk about that here.
Okay?
No, I actually low key like I always thought she was more marketable and was gonna be a superstar when when she came out of college. My biggest thing is just like um, I feel like she gets a bad rap because of the time she came out. Excuse me, against the great white hype, Caitlin Clark, who's a great player. I'm not taking anything away from Caitlin, but I think it was some underlying racial tension bullshit that was
Oh, it
going on
definitely
with
was.
that. And I honest to God truth, I really feel like it's unfair to both of them. Angel responded as Angel as a competitor would respond, and Caitlin responded as a person that understands where she's at in the game. Like she has transcended the game somewhat. There were also other women that did that before her, and she speaks about that as well. So, sorry, I just had something like lint I don't know, something just fly by me. I don't know,
You're
that shit threw
fine.
me off. But anyway, so yeah, so maybe that wasn't that. All right, there we go. So yeah, so anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Um, and if you're wondering, yes, I did kill it. So listen, I got great aim. Okay, like they need to call me Mr. Miyagi.
You
I
just
mean,
didn't make the team, huh? It's okay.
you know what? That was unnecessary.
Okay.
That was unnecessary. I told you that in
You
confidence.
know what?
Anyway,
Oh, you probably could have used.
they could definitely use me on the football field. I'm
No,
built like
for
a
real.
DB right now. I would
Yeah,
definitely have stopped Navy from winning that game. But at any rate,
yeah, that was.
listen, I thought we were getting off on a good
Okay,
foot. I
yeah,
thought we
we.
were leaving all that alone. Anyway,
Not when you. Okay, I'm gonna let you make it. All right. I'm gonna let you make it.
all right. So who do you think that people besides? I mean, who do you think that people are sleeping on that is an underdog that will make some noise in the women's bracket?
I mean, we talked about it earlier, even though I don't really want to say it, but TCU is definitely a surpriser in from the season they had before to now with Haley Van Lith on the team. They're
Okay, but
making
do you think,
moves.
but them being ranked at number 2, do you think that's like an underdog, or do you think that's just more so like, they're supposed
All
to
right,
make
what
it?
about Florida State?
Good one. That's that's an underdog out of this world. So I'm a gambler. So okay, so to preface that, I gamble on everything. Okay, whether it's women's college basketball, women WNBA. I gambled on the championship. I gambled on how many points, over unders, rebounds. I'm for all of it. So I'm looking for my best bang for my buck as far as who you think I can ride some coattails to make some extra money on the plus side. Does that make sense?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Because Florida State is a good one. I've been eyeing them. I think women's Alabama as well, but they're set up for failure. I think people are going to sleep on Green Bay, and I'm not going to lie, like I
They're in
watched
there,
the
bro.
games and stuff like that, but I went back and looked at some of their stuff because, again, I'm a gambler, so I got all week to look at gambling stuff. I'm in heaven right now. And literally, that is the biggest potential upset game I see, besides Iowa State versus Michigan. If Iowa State makes it past Princeton,
Oh.
obviously. I think they'll make it past Iowa. I think Iowa State will make it past Princeton. Once they make it past Princeton, I think Michigan's in for a little bit of a fight. And
I can see that.
now, everybody else, I don't know. It's kind
Yeah,
of up in the air.
I'm looking at the bracket and I'm just trying to figure out how they were able to put all this together. It doesn't look like the bracket that everybody expected it to look like. Because, of course, you want your Final Four to be the games we want to see. Marketing purposes, I should say. But I don't think it's going to go that way. I don't see it going that way.
Well, when you say that, who do you mean by who?
All
Like,
right,
who do you think is
so
who's gonna upset the media frenzy that is the marketing, people, if you will?
well, we know South Carolina's gonna make it. I don't know. Texas might have I don't know.
To me, honestly,
They
they
got,
got the raw end of the stick.
yeah,
They got the
Texas
raw,
is
yeah.
yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't know if we would see Texas in the top four because they are a top four, top five team. If you ask me,
They are. They are definitely. They did they beat LSU?
don't do that. Are you trying to be funny? Like, are you? Is this a serious question, or are you trying to be funny? Because one thing I do know is after they did beat us, South Carolina really spanked them. Like,
They did, but
it
that
was
was
not
after
even.
South Carolina lost to UConn. So South Carolina literally just turned the Jets on because they were absolutely embarrassed at home, and Dawn must have whooped everybody ass individually because she probably put belt to ass like your mama used to when you stayed out past the lights going on, and she whooped everybody ass into
Yeah.
shape, and all of a sudden. You had coaches at the podium complaining about, oh, she's got all these
All these
All-Americans and
All-Americans.
McDonald's All-Americans. No,
Hey.
they put belt to ass, okay?
Kim Mulkey even complained. Okay.
Like, damn, where they get all these players from?
Like,
No, they had them.
they
They
had
just they
right.
just showed weakness versus UConn, and we ain't doing that no more.
It's
That
almost
was
like they woke
outstanding.
up. They was a little
Yeah, like
sleep, just a little
they,
sleep. They was trying to
listen.
save energy.
It happens.
Save
It
energy.
happens. Don said,
Yeah.
don't save a TT Tata thing,
Ta-
because I need y'all to be alive and killing these people. But I do think they have the easiest side of the bracket. I feel
South
like they
Carolina
have the easy
definitely
side of the
does.
bracket. But who I am looking at to make to do some disruption um, in that bracket is actually Vanderbilt.
Really?
Yeah, I like Oregon. I've seen them play like once or twice. Again, I think I told you this on the phone, but I don't really stay up for West Coast games. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah,
to you; they
we
be too
don't.
damn late. I'm old, okay. I don't want to stay up, and when I get up and go to the gym at
Uh huh.
5:36 in the morning, I don't want to stay up till 11 midnight watching games. Man, hell no. So I haven't watched a lot of Oregon, but when I went through and I went through and I looked at the stats and I looked at the team. I feel like Vanderbilt has the best shot of making a. They would
A
have to
further
see.
run. A
They would have to
run.
see. I would say Sweet 16 or yeah, Sweet 16, because if they beat Oregon,
They'll go on to
they'll
play whoever plays Duke,
Le- Duke and
Lehigh, and
Lehigh,
Duke.
which I think Duke. I
Yes, ma'am.
think Duke is a good team. Don't get me wrong, but the men shadow the women's, and women's is not that good. I think they can be beat. I think they can be beat. Like, listen, the ACC was not what it was cracked up to be women's. So I feel like they can get snuffed by an SEC team who went through the gauntlet of the SEC in women. Because if you think about it, women's had Oklahoma, Texas. Yes, I'm gonna shout out Oklahoma first. Texas, LSU, South Carolina, Kentucky, who a lot of people are not talking about. Tennessee, who a lot of
Tennessee.
people still.
Tennessee has had a. It's
They have. They've come on late. They've come
yeah.
on late. They started hot, trip, and then they've started to come on late. Yeah, bro. I just don't see, and that's another reason why I think UNC is on upset alert.
Okay, I can see that. What about Murray State?
Why did I know you was gonna bring them up? They're facing Murray State.
Iowa.
Iowa, not Iowa State.
Nuh-uh, Iowa.
So here's
But
my
Iowa
only.
hasn't. I mean,
I was about to say, because here's my only problem. The Big Ten is a lot like the SEC when it comes to basketball, football. It's a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet. Let's be 1,000. I don't think Murray State has been really battle tested. They did
okay.
good in their conference, which is why they're ranked the way they are. but I don't know. I feel like that could be a trick me. Like that could be one of the upsets that everybody slams on, and there and Vegas tricks us with one of those negative numbers or one score points, and they get you. And then fucking Iowa comes in and fucking beats the brakes off Murray State. I'm not 100% convinced on that game. I'm actually gonna stay
Okay.
away from that game. Betting
You're gonna
wise,
stay away. Okay.
betting wise, betting
If
wise.
you're gonna stay away from it, I'm gonna jump on it. Betting wise, I had a homeboy that played basketball for Murray State. He was
Men's
legit.
is fine. Men's, I'm not gonna say that. Men's,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say that.
nah.
But women's,
Women,
I
I
listen.
mean, all right. What about Columbia?
Columbia, they're playing. They're where I just saw them. See, this is why I needed to print out my bracket.
So
See,
they're
I'm
playing
old.
Washington, and the winner of that will play West Virginia. West Virginia was good last year, especially when they played against Iowa and Creighton
They
Clark.
were. Oh, that's why I'm on Sweet 16 still. Yeah, my bad.
No,
So
you're fine.
honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't even look at this game because I was looking at West Virginia, and I think West Virginia's gonna beat whoever comes out of that game. So it really didn't matter to me. If I remember correctly, I do remember seeing Columbia has been the thing I have about Murray State, Columbia actually does have. They've been battle tested. Excuse me. Now, do I think they've been battle tested to the point of West Virginia? Nah. I just feel like West Virginia also is going to take advantage of this bracket because they're
As
in
well.
a position to they're gonna basically be on upset alert for UNC and for Oregon. And I feel like the type of basketball West Virginia plays, they're gonna beat Oregon State. Then if they get to or UNC, maybe I mean not do that to UNC, but UNC they could get there, whatever the case would be. And then I feel like West Virginia could make a deep run. I feel like West Virginia might actually make it to the Sweet 16
Yeah.
because the side of the bracket that they're on is not very tough. They got not a cakewalk, but they got a good game.
stride.
They have a game that they have a better team for coming up between Washington and Columbia. And then UNC and Oregon State, I think they'll play them tough and win that out. That's the thing too, is like there's not a lot of upsets in this bracket,
No.
which kind of makes me sad because I'm like, I'd be slamming the house on upsets, and I'd be paying, the bookie be paying for my son's college tuition. He don't even know it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm a pretty good gambler. So, and in March Madness, I make good money. And the reason it is because there's a lot of upsets. You watch for the upsets, and
This was hard. If there
Yeah, it
was an
wasn't-
upset, it's not
obvious.
obvious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
so
obvious for sure.
You really
I
gonna
do think I do think Nebraska, if you can catch the spread, pretty good spread on Nebraska and Louisville. If you're a gambling person, I would look into that game. Nebraska and Louisville play each other. They're gonna play each other very
that's gonna be a good game.
a tight game. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna.
I think it's because they're similar.
very, very similar.
They're similar teams. So.
Creighton and Illinois, I think, is another one like that too. I think Creighton's going to come out as the underdog, and I think that they shouldn't be. And I
Creighton
think
is an underdog.
right, and I don't think they should be.
They're gonna beat Illinois.
You said what?
They're gonna beat Illinois.
Oh,
You can mark me
okay.
down for it.
Okay, don't worry, it's all recorded.
Yeah, they're gonna beat
All right.
Illinois.
So before I let you go, I gotta ask, who is your offensive player of the year? Oh, you weren't ready to go?
No, I was about to say you haven't talked about the one person I thought you were gonna bring up.
Listen, Juju shall not get spoken of in any ill will. We do not even believe she gonna lose, okay?
No, we don't believe she's gonna lose. And I'm a Juju fan. I told you this on the phone. Juju
No,
is
true.
that girl. She is the it
is.
girl of college basketball right now.
Yes, she
Like,
is.
she passed up Caitlin Clark.
Listen, I'm blushing
first
now
2
because
years.
you know what I'm saying. I love talking about Juju. Listen, I'm blushing now. Like,
Let me call Juju
can't
right
help
now.
it. Yeah, like, please
call
don't,
her.
because I'm gonna be stuttering and looking crazy. Don't do that right now. No, but that's Listen, Juju is an absolute star. I feel like we are watching somebody that is in Jordan-esque women's basketball,
Yeah.
and that's a big tout to put on somebody, but or a big ask to ask someone. But I do feel like Juju is up there. She disappointed me with the Big Ten Big Ten conference championship.
championship.
But USC in a whole, which I think that is going to be the only thing, since we're talking about USC, I think that's going to be the only thing that messes them up. Their coach, to me, first off, I don't like disrespecting coaches. But I don't feel like she is a good coach. And how I say that is because you come out in the first half of that game and dominate. Third quarter, you saw it slipping. You saw people tired, and you still continue to let them run. As a coach, you got to know when to, like you said with Moki, I got to know when to play and who to move and try
who
this.
to sit
and do this.
down.
I shouldn't be my star players should not be gassed fourth quarter and not score the entire fourth quarter until like the last minute. That's insane. That's insane to me, and that's just bad coaching. I don't care
that
what
was a
nobody
bad
says.
coaching move.
It was. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I hope they can rectify it in the tournament. I'm skeptical, but
Well, I mean,
because they have one of the toughest brackets too.
Yeah.
They have, excuse me, they have USC,
UConn.
they have UConn, they have Oklahoma State, they have Oklahoma State is a sleeper. I see them possibly running a little. Well, they're going to run into UConn first, but Oklahoma, listen, they don't have hell. Cal or Mississippi State might give them problems. Like, they don't have the luxury of fucking around.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm sorry, am I forgetting Kentucky?
Oh yeah, you mentioned them earlier.
Ain't LSU in their bracket too?
No, LSU and UCLA, right? We in Region 1.
My bad.
Yeah, I would.
But yeah, Kentucky, Kansas State, they're just not very. They got to go through somewhat of a gauntlet, and if they make it through that, then I believe all right, it's all the way to the championship.
Right.
But I feel like there's a lot of good coaches in that bracket. And
there are a lot of good coaches in that bracket.
Yeah, and I just don't feel like she's one of them. I'm sorry.
I didn't know you was like.
I'm sorry.
Or some shade.
Yeah, sorry. She's shown me a lot. Listen, the past 2 years she's had Juju, and the past 2 years they've kind of fell short, and she's made a lot of errors, and she's new. I don't know how many coaching jobs she's had, but she's new, so maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's not her fault.
No, I mean, when it comes to coaching, especially when you're coming into a program that has not been able to see March Madness like other top tier programs.
Right.
Sorry, I got a little visitor. Like other top tier programs, it's one of the things. The pressure's on, right? And sometimes, as the coach, you have the number one player on your team. Now you're like, okay, now we have to build around this number one player. But now I have to understand, and I have to get to know this player and know her playing style in order to know who I can play around her. And I think as a new coach going into a program, you want to change the program. But usually when you come into a new program like that, you're starting with newbies. Everybody's new. But when you have somebody that's already made noise, and now everybody's looking at USC like, oh, what they going to do next year? Who they going to bring in? What recruits they have? The pressure can be very, I feel like, daunting. And it can be tough. Especially if you've never been in that limelight before.
It can be.
Don't. Hey.
That sound like a human eater. What
They're
the hell?
Bernadoodles.
They're what?
Bernadoodles. They're just so loud. They're loud.
Bernadoodle? What the hell is that?
A Bernese Mountain Dog mixed with a poodle. It's a doodle. It's a type of doodle, like golden doodle, labradoodle, sheepadoodle. No, cockadoodle.
I never heard of no mountain dog mating with a doodle and making a burner doodle. What the hell? And it's the weirdest name. Why it ain't called a mountain doodle? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like So we
was
know
not
what to
bad.
expect. Like it's built like a fucking mountain human killer. And man,
He's so sweet. He's a
he
big
didn't
boy, but
sound
he's so
sweet.
You sound like them people, you know, when people be like, oh, he don't bite.
Yeah, exactly. What you mean he don't bite? Everything bite. What you what?
Everybody bite. Humans bite.
That's a fact. All right,
Oh,
so
man, that's
again,
funny.
before I let you go, so who do you have as now that the season is coming to a close? Who do you have as your offensive player of the year?
Dang, that was hard. Can I be biased?
Would it
No,
be?
no, no,
Would it?
no. I, would- I don't even think she's in the top. No,
Oh, I want
I
to know who
think
you're
Anissa.
talking about now.
No, I think she is. I think I have a couple. Madison Booker from
Okay.
Texas, the guard
Okay.
from Texas. Uh, Anissa Morrow. Man, I gotta choose an LSU player. um,
You're not wrong though. You're not wrong.
like I have to, like you have
She's
to.
up there.
She's definitely up there. Dang, I didn't realize how ashy I was. I think as of right now, them are probably my top two. Now ask me my defensive player. You might get something.
Okay, you're top defensive player. I mean, just
She-
walk me through that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, I have to say Juju,
Okay.
Paige,
Okay.
and then Bet. What's her name? Betts from
That
UCLA.
from UCLA.
Yeah, them would be in my three.
That's crazy because I feel like, well, Paige, I agree on Paige. Juju, I agree on, but I also would put Juju into my top
I would
offensive
put
player
offensive player. I'll put her in
conversation
my
as
offensive player too.
well. You're not wrong on Booker, and you're not wrong on your girl from LSU either. The one that I would,
I feel like I know what you're about to say, but I want you to say it first.
offensively, the name we can't speak of.
I never said we can't speak of her. I just said
I just want you to know we
feel
all saw the
like
eye roll on camera. We all saw the eye roll on camera.
'Cause you really see it
We're
through my
through the
glasses.
glasses and everything. We saw the eye roll on camera. Oh my goodness.
No, you're
Yes,
not.
I
No.
think old girl at TCU. We'll just say that old girl at TCU. We won't bring up the salt in the wound. She is having a phenomenal offensive year, and you got to
Of
give her
course,
that
she's the
credit.
star. You know how
But
you
that,
have
I mean,
those
you can
people.
go be a star. You can go somewhere to be a star and have a mediocre year.
She wasn't the star at LSU. Like, let's be real. Like, you have
I
to
mean,
realize some people play
LSU,
better.
like South Carolina, has so many McDonald's All Stars. Like, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can she do? She wasn't a McDonald's All Star, but she was an
But
All
listen,
Star.
But she was an all. Till she threw that game. Nobody's gonna convince me otherwise that she did not.
Throwing the
throw
game
that
is
LSU
nasty work, and you are not going
Iowa
to get my
game.
show shut down. Okay, I do not appreciate that. Okay,
I still feel like
throwing the game is crazy.
Hey, say what you want. Hey, you know what? If she was to see this, she'd probably be in her head be like, dang, that's crazy.
Somebody caught me.
Yeah,
No,
there's no way.
I do agree with you about her going there to. I mean, TCU wasn't a bad program, women's wise, but she was the push over, and to that, not push over. She was the one that kind of got them to the seeding that they're at now, and I feel like a lot of players do that in college, thinking that, especially with the transfer portal, oh, I can go here and do this, and I'm okay, and blah blah blah, and then they get there, and it's like then you have the guys that cry after they lose because they didn't get to the Big 12 championship, and I don't want to say no names, and I'm not playing that highlight or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, You know, cats get in the transfer portal. Everybody wants to
Transfer
be the
portal is
star
crazy. Yeah.
until it's time to be the star. And then
star.
it's like, shit, this is a lot. She took that on the chin and she literally rose to the occasion. And I feel like she put up a pretty good year. She should be in the conversation of Offensive Player of the Year.
She did.
Now,
I mean,
will they make it far in the March Madness? Listen, that's a tough ass bracket, man. That's honestly though, I do have her in the Elite Eight. I do have them in the Elite Eight.
Okay.
And then I think they're gonna either see Texas or I moved the brackets. I don't even see it now. Oh no, yeah, here we go.
TCU's on
They're
this,
gonna
they play FDU.
Elite Eight. They would have to play.
They're gonna play at Elite Eight. Ooh, hold on.
Oh no, they would have to face Notre Dame. That's it. Yeah, I haven't. You know what? You're right. Actually, no. Yes, because I have them upsetting Notre Dame, and I know Notre Dame is ranked less than them right now, or lower than them. But everybody expects Notre Dame to beat them, and I think that
SFA
TCU.
is in the mix. That's who Notre Dame play first.
Yeah, that's who Notre Dame plays first. I think Notre Dame gonna be tired after that. After that, and then after playing Michigan, and then after
Yeah,
or
you never know.
If they play Michigan, they might play Iowa State. Low key, watch them.
You think
that's my girl over there?
You think? All right, I got you. I still think your girl. I mean, I feel you. She changed the program around. She came in, did what she needed to do as a leader. If that was the case, she should have just stayed at Louisville. When she chose to come to LSU, I said it's not gonna work. Like I said,
but I think she may have done that because she wanted to win. Yeah. And I think she. Hold on, hear me out. Hear me out. Right. Hear me out. Hear me out. I think she wanted to win now, and she thought Louisville was going to be a build-a-bear kind of situation. We can win, but we got to win in a year or two or 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I see where this is shifting. I'm going to go play in LSU in the SEC because I can learn and get beat up. Because the SEC is a gauntlet. They're going to fight South Carolina's, LSU's, the Kentuckys. You're going to Alabama's. You're going to find out what you're really about when that time comes. And then she realized, damn, I can take this and move to a different conference. Again, no shade. And win more without help. Because now I got all I needed from a great coach, from a great team, and I know what to look for when we go up against those. I see why you'd be upset because you feel like she cost y'all the championship, and that's fine. But strategically, she pulled a chess move. I'm not mad at the chess move.
You can't be. Was the money right?
At TCU?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Then that's probably that's another reason. You know, they got money out there. I'm just saying, what's the money?
Listen, TCU got that church money, okay? That church money long, okay?
They got that old church money.
Exactly. What? We talking Texas? We talking Fort Worth?
Yeah, they got that.
Yeah.
TCU. Okay. I've been to a tailgate and I was like, there's a reason their stadium is. Yeah, there's a reason their stadium look like that. They balling, okay. Yeah.
So anyway,
I mean, it's not a Death Valley stadium. Let's not get whoa there. That's not. It's not the number one, loudest stadium that.
Y'all wasn't number one though. Y'all wasn't number one.
Loudest? Guess the get.
That wasn't number one.
We're talking about who's number one.
Number one loudest? Are we talking about NCAA EA College Sports video game, or are we talking just in general?
We can even talk. Oh, this the killer. If you want, we can even say, where did most NFL players, when they played college football, felt like their hardest stadium was to play in?
Fair. Because most of them was Georgia Bulldogs and beating y'all. So, I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. Alabama and Georgia literally produced all damn near half of the league.
Whoa,
And LSU,
no,
I know, we're going to
we're
talk.
not
Don't
in
bring up
it.
Jamar Chase and that
Hold
big
on.
ass contract.
Hold
I don't
on.
want to talk about that right now. I don't want to talk about that right now.
We are not NFLSU for no reason. I'm just saying. Like, we're not.
Your wide receiver,
We're wide receiver. We're quarterback. I don't even know if that's the thing.
Quarterback,
For the past couple times. I give it to y'all. I mean, but at the end of the day, you still dropped the ball. Like, y'all ain't had nobody good since, what's his name for Tampa Bay?
Baker? I'm sorry. We had Jalen, who is
let's talk, because I knew you was going to do that.
Who was the championship MVP?
No,
he was at OU, regardless if he transferred.
Hold on, because I knew he was going to say that.
Kyler Murray?
Yeah. Kyler, but now, what is he doing?
I mean, listen, at the end of the day.
But I knew y'all was going to claim Jalen. Y'all know Jalen walked off on his job and came to y'all.
First of all, walked off his job is crazy. That's funny. But no, he's
really what happened.
No, because everybody tried to do it to him his whole career. And that's why I was, low-key, I was mad that they won, but I wasn't mad that he won the MVP. I was like, good, because I am so sick of people putting him in the mid category. He's not a mid-tier quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback. But all his career, and I was happy to see it. Listen, I talked bad about him on this show once or twice because, I mean, I didn't think they could win with 100-yard passing. Like, 100 yards? In this NFL, it's unheard of. But they did it. And then when they stopped the run, literally he had 20 minutes behind the line to throw the ball. No defensive secondary can cover for however long he had there's no way. So, listen, what I will say about Jalen is we loved him at OU. We loved him at OU. He is a winner. Yeah. He is a good quarterback, and I was happy to see an OU alum finally get a Super Bowl because it's been a while. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while. Yeah. But name me one LSU player of quarterback essence that has won a Super Bowl.
Okay, first of all, we did not win a Super Bowl, but he made it in his first full recovery year to the Super Bowl. And not everybody can say that.
We talking about Cool Joe?
We talking about Joey B. We talking about Joey B. Do you hear me?
He
came back from an injury.
Do
the game. Yeah. We talking about Joey, the one and only. Everybody can't do that. Come back from an injury. You see Dak. He came back from an injury, do it.
Became the highest paid player in the NFL.
And that was it.
I'm not a Cowboy fan, so that doesn't hurt my feelings.
I'm not a Cowboys fan either.
Clearly.
I'm a Eagles fan for a reason. I mean, we know why. Just imagine, and I keep telling myself that when I wake up one day, that Jefferson would find his way over there, but I just know they would never let that happen. They let that happen. First off, y'all can't pay them all. Y'all can't pay them all. We can't pay all of them.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if somebody was just to be like, okay, I want an LSU dynasty again. And on a team.
Madden. This isn't Madden on PlayStation. That's never gonna happen, okay? I can tell you, as a Green Bay fan, I would love it because then that gets him out of my conference and division completely, and we ain't gotta worry about him. I would love it, but I know damn well he ain't going anywhere. Jettas ain't going nowhere. Jettas is staying put. They love him in Minnesota.
They love him. They definitely, as they should.
Love him.
But when you have the number one and the number two, top wide receivers in the NFL, and then you have the number one quarterback in passing. Number who? You might want to Google that. Number one in passing was Joe Burrow. Don't Google it. You got your laptop right there. Pull it up. You don't want me to pull it up. Then I don't believe you.
And passer what? And passer rating? And yards?
Yards. Look at it. No. Because I feel like you're doubting me, and I don't think I should be doubted. Go ahead. I see the little fingers.
Actually, Actually, hold on. Let's look at this. Hold on.
And we're not talking about posts.
Yeah, because he ain't
Because
make
you know
that.
my boy didn't make. Because we
didn't
know
make
why.
that.
Hey, but we know why they didn't make it. Because the Chiefs threw the game. Nope.
No, because y'all was terrible throughout your defense been terrible throughout the whole season.
Our defense.
That's why they don't want to pay Trey Hendrickson.
This is my thing. Defense has been terrible. Yes, we are a slow team, a slow starter team in the season.
Listen,
we
what that
know
got to do with the price of tea in China?
No, but this is the thing. I don't care what you say. The Chiefs don't want to see us again. That's why. How you mean to tell me?
Nobody wanted to see y'all again on a hot streak.
We was hot. We was winning.
Hypothetically speaking.
But they damn sure didn't want to see us.
As a team, nobody want to see nobody. They just want to win the game and keep it moving. And unfortunately, your defense couldn't hold it together. He had to throw for 4,900 yards.
We need to de-coach.
I agree. Did y'all extend him? Did y'all extend him?
I don't know.
Oh no, he didn't leave.
He did. No, he did not leave. It's like Jerry never leaving the Cowboys.
and y'all gonna let Trey Hendrickson go.
That was
like, what are we doing? 32 years old, granted, but he's got enough sacks to.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, you were correct. 4,900 yards. I know that's all you wanted to hear. I know 4,900 yards. Whatever. But
who's your number one and who's your top five? Because I think CD, your boy, was underneath, but you gotta get through. He can't. When you got levels, he has to sit at number 3. It's okay.
First off, why do you say my boy CD? CD.
Well, I'm just saying because he went to OU. I'm thinking that's your. See,
that's the problem with y'all. But he's a Cowboy now. I don't.
No, but that's y'all problem though. That's why y'all are where y'all at. Because when you have to root, them your guys. Them is just your guys throughout it all. Like. CD not my guy, but he was your guy when he played at OU, right?
Hell yeah, when he went to OU.
Okay then.
Listen, he chose the star. He should have left and became a Packer. He chose the star. He had a chance to say, "No, I don't want to sign with them. Go be a Packer." But he want to be a star. So go ahead and be a star and continue to take these ass whoopings when the cheeseheads come to town. That's all I'm saying. Listen. I have my loyalties where I have my loyalties. My loyalties are to the franchise, to the school, not to the player. Otherwise, I'd be crying about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Aaron, at the end of the day, I'm going to say this, since you are a Packers fan, when I was a Cowboys fan, Dez caught it. And on that note, I have to...
Yeah, it wouldn't matter, though. I admit that. It wouldn't matter, though. Just like the Bengals defense, y'all couldn't stop a nosebleed. So it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered, darling.
That's why I feel like that's why our offense knew anytime we go out, we had to at least.
Yeah, y'all had to. Like Dez caught it, sure, great, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers still had like 3 minutes.
Let's be real. There was a lot of games that the Bengals should have won, especially the one against the Kansas City Chiefs. But anytime you play in Kingdom. In the Chiefs Kingdom, y'all.
The Bengals imploded.
There was so many close. Baltimore Ravens. Both times we played them overtime. Come on, bro. Like you're not about to.
Yeah, no, I know. I won money on them games. I appreciate them every time going to OT because the over/under always used to be under, and I hit the over every single time because they go to OT, baby. So yes. I'm all for it. Listen, I agree. I'm not hating on y'all, but I just realized y'all just stop rolling your eyes. I just realized that the one thing that we can all agree on, your defense cannot stop shit. They like a diarrhea. They like a booty hole with diarrhea. They ain't stopping shit. It's coming out fast, okay? And there's no stopping it, all right?
All right, not too much on defense, though. We get it. We got it. I mean, the Packers ain't all that. They wasn't all that great either. I never once used them. I mean, at least I used the Bengals when I would play fantasy, and they got me some points. But I would have never picked up the Packers. I think the Packers just sat there. Nobody really picked him up.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Nobody just picked him. Would you like me to pull up?
Did you pick him up? Did you pick him up? Of course you did.
For what?
In
For
fantasy.
What? Of course.
Of course you did.
I picked up. I mean, Josh Jacobs. First off, I won my fantasy league. I want to say that, but I won it on the back of the MVP of this year, Josh Allen, and the offensive player of the year, Saquon Barkley.
That's who was on my whatchamacallit. And
then on the wide receiver tandem of Romeo Doubs.
Okay.
Christian Watson. And I believe it was T. Higgins.
Really?
I got no. I gotta go back.
Hold on. Higgins?
I gotta go look. See, now you're gonna make me look it up. Hold on.
Well, I can tell you my starting lineup.
Off top like that, you gotta remember. Oh, but you got it in. You looking at your phone. You act like you had that on top memory.
No, I'm playing with paper. So my start. So in the league that I was in, we could have 2 quarterbacks. Just guess my quarterbacks. Go ahead.
You have 2 quarterbacks?
Yeah, we could play 2 quarterbacks.
What a weird league. Yeah.
I know, it was weird, but I loved it. So guess who my 2 quarterbacks are?
I'm sorry. It was T. Higgins.
It was
and
T.
it was
Higgins?
Brian Thomas Jr. That was my 4 receivers.
Okay.
I was killing them. Yeah, I was killing them.
Brian Thomas Jr.? Where'd he go to school? Okay.
I walked right into
that.
I feel you.
As you should.
Into that. I walked so into that.
Where did he go to school? Is it this way? Can you see L? Can you see where did he go to school?
That is so. I walked right into that.
And you were so proud when you said it, and I appreciate that. I do. I solely appreciate that.
You know, you were supposed to have been off my show. I don't know why you're still here. We're going on way too long.
Don't try to knock me off now.
I'm going to have to do a whole nother episode now. Thank you. Making my work heavy. Jesus.
I had fun though. Talking trash.
Thanks.
Now that we've introduced y'all to the SEC, so now y'all know what real competition feels like. I love this. I do.
First off, you do realize besides Alabama, we have a lot more championships than any of y'all in the SEC.
Where did you come? What?
Alabama runs. First off, we all know Nick Saban ran the SEC.
Oh, Nick Saban ran college football. Like, let's be real. Like, he ran college football. He knew that he was gonna be successful and run college football because he had his chance in the NFL and it didn't work. He came back and he just knew, I'm gonna just stay here, get real comfortable, and do what I need to do. And that's exactly what he did. But as soon as that transfer portal started rolling and the NILs deal started, Nick Saban was like, all right, y'all making that legal now?
I'm out.
Deuces.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, no, right.
He was
I'm
out. Deuces. So, yeah.
So, I would like you to understand that last time y'all won was 2019.
And that's going to be the coldest, the 2015.
Before that.
2011. 2015. 2011.
Try 2007.
No.
BCS LSU 2007. Y'all won in 2019, and that man dominated. Florida got 1 in on him.
Wait, no, 2000. I thought we got 2 with Nick Saban. You know, Nick Saban was the coach at LSU. That's where we got the 2007 one from.
Y'all didn't get 2 with him.
I could have sworn we got. Are you sure? Or did we win the SEC championship? One
No,
of them.
I'm looking at all college BCS championships right now.
Okay, look at the SEC championship.
We're not talking about first place losers. We talking about the winning game.
At the end of the day, I just know we whooped Oklahoma's ass. That's what I do know.
That's fine. Listen,
2019.
If we want to live in the past, Oklahoma has just.
I'm just saying.
Oklahoma has a lot more championships than
I'm
LSU.
sorry, but we're gonna live in the past because everybody always brings up the 2019 team. That was probably the coldest team.
That was the
college
best team.
football team. No, say it with your chest. That was the coldest college football team. I don't know. I want you. No. See, I think you're being biased.
I
'Cause
think
had this been
USC has
Oklahoma-
something. I think USC has something to say about that. Reggie Bush, Matt Lyon. I don't mean listen. That team was stacked.
That
Mike
team was
Williams, I think, was
stacked,
on that
but it
team.
wasn't
Like
stacked like us.
that team was incredible.
Incredible, but not as dominating and such a like wow factor as ours. I'm just saying, hey, go out there. Then they tried to say Miami. Okay, whatever, but I don't even want to.
Miami's definitely up there. Miami back in the 80s, 90s is
Back in
definitely
the
up
year.
there.
But they not
Definitely
there.
up there.
They could be
Yeah.
up here, but they're not.
I don't know how they didn't win too many. I don't know how they didn't win the more championships. That was crazy.
Well, you know.
I don't know how. But yeah, so anyway, yeah,
Let
and
me
the
get off
next
this
one
thing
after
with
that
you.
was 2003 that y'all split with USC. Crazy.
That is
Crazy.
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 Split? I never knew that. Split?
Yeah, split.
Huh.
Yeah, BCS, AP,
Didn't know we
and
was splitting
SWA.
national championships.
I think it was it was a
You get
weird
a
year
trophy.
because 97 Michigan and Nebraska split a championship or something like that. I think it was when they were trying to do different like
Is that when
AP
they-
and FWAA and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ESPN. Everybody had their own championship.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird. That was when NCAA had no structure. I mean, they kind of ain't got no structure now.
So I was
but,
about
you
to
know.
say, what do you call it now?
I
It's
mean,
better
listen.
than what it was, but
All I know is Oklahoma's in the mix a lot. Okay.
oh yeah, y'all gymnastics team is really good. Like, I'm not even
Don't
trying
do
to be
that.
funny. Y'all
Don't do
gymnastics team and y'all softball team.
Softball be
They
getting it.
hold y'all. Like, I know about OU because of
Yeah,
them.
softball be getting it.
Yeah, I know y'all. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. Teams with the most national championships. Ooh, number 9 with 7. Oklahoma. You know who's not on this list?
LSU. But didn't you just say we can't live in the past? Like, didn't you just say that?
No, say it. You said say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
LSU, but it doesn't matter because we're talking
Right,
about recent
yeah.
wins. You know who you sound like? You know the people that them cowboy fans when people be
Don't
like,
you
when the
dare.
last time
Don't
y'all
you
won a
dare.
Super Bowl?
Don't you
95,
dare.
but it don't matter. Like
No,
95 or
no,
96.
see.
When was their last one? 96? 95, 96? It was one of the two. I was
Who,
born.
the Cowboys?
Yeah, I was born.
96.
That's all that matters. I can talk about it.
Me too. I was
Nah.
around. I
I
was
was
around
around.
somewhere laughing at people. Not gambling yet, cause
Yeah, were you even old
I'm
enough?
listen, in New York we could gamble,
Oh, okay.
run up on a bookie on the street. Yo, I got 10 on it right quick.
Oh no.
Yeah. But anyway, tell them where they can find you social media wise. We've run well over our time, but this was
over.
so much fun, and I would gladly have you on again. And yeah, so tell them where they can find you at because I'm sure there's going to be some people hitting you up about your guaranteed who you picked.
Yep.
And yeah. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
All right, so you can find me on Instagram at Jacelyn, JACELYN.Lassiter.TV. You can also find me on Facebook. I have 2 Facebooks, my professional as well as my personal. I might let you join in because I talk a lot of sports talk on there. So, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, I have TikTok too, but I'm only on TikTok to be like the older people, just scrolling and sharing videos, not really posting. So,
Why? What? TikTok is so much fun to make little TikTok.
I mean, I have a couple dances, and then, I made a couple videos, like when I crossed.
I'm gonna do a couple TikTok dances as soon as my shoulders stop hurting.
Look, was that from? Never mind. I was gonna have one for you, but I'm gonna just reel it back.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you for coming on.
Of
It was a
course.
pleasure. We'll have to. I'm gonna send you a link for the brackets for men's and women's
Okay.
bracket because I do have a beer 30 bracket that I would love to. The winner, which I'm gonna announce on the other episode, the winner is gonna get their choice of a 6-pack or case of beer. For those that don't drink beer, hard seltzers.
That's cute.
Whatever, yeah. So, you know, I mean, listen, I ain't rich yet. I can't give you $10 million, $1,000, but you know, I'm gonna at least bless your game on some, you know, whether it be 6-pack of beer, 6-pack of seltzers, or 12-pack. I don't know. It's probably gonna be a 12-pack, but it's free to enter. It's free to enter, and you have nothing to lose. If you lose, you lose. If you win a pack of whatever you drink. So, seltzers or beer. Let me not, because I ain't buying none of y'all no Don Julio or whatever the hell y'all be trying to act like y'all be drinking.
So they
I
can
ain't
put it
buying
on
none
the
of y'all.
egg.
Yeah, right. No. You ain't social media and off of me. But all right, but it was fun, and thank you again. This is Beer 30, and this took forever.
This is a Stolen Water Media production.